Hi, I'm Broward County Commissioner Stacy Ritter, and it's been some time since we've sat down with our Broward County Aviation Director Kent George to talk about what's going on at the Broward County Airport, also known as Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport. I think the last time we did one of these, we hadn't opened the new South Runway yet, and I just thought it would be interesting for the viewers to find out what's been going on the past couple of years at our local hometown airport. So let's start with the runway, the new runway, which opened a year ago.
Yes, and it couldn't have been more successful. And the board took a lot of heat for going forward with this runway by a very small minority, by a minority of people. But they took a lot of heat. The year before the runway opened, over the Thanksgiving holidays, for example, we were averaging between 18 and 20-minute delays, and flights were backed up. Last year, over the Thanksgiving holidays, we had one delay over the entire period, and it had to do with an airport up north. We had no delays whatsoever, and it's working tremendously well. And the airlines have responded too, as you know, with the growth. We're the #1 fastest growing international airport in the country. We're up over 24% again this year over last year's 27%. We have overall across the board 10% increase for both international and domestic, with the regular scheduled air carriers putting more flights on. We have JetBlue that is moving forward with their JetBlue 100, which by the year 2018 they will have over 100 flights a day.
Wow. And
they're doing close to 70 flights a day right now. Southwest Terminal 1, they're on the line for 2017 to begin international service out of our airport in Broward County. And then Spirit is receiving over 50 aircraft in the next few years, and we've gotten some assurances that we're going to be getting a good portion of those aircraft at our airport.
How percentage-wise, what's the usage between the south and the north runway?
It's a very good question. People think that we're purposely putting more planes on the south. 30% of the traffic's on the south, 70%'s on the north. You've got to realize that the south runway is 8,000 feet, great domestic. But when we do long-haul international, we need the north runway for the longer stage lengths.
And the north runway is how long?
9,000 feet. The south runway's 8,000.
And so that extra 1,000 feet really makes that much of a difference?
Yes, it makes that difference.
Why is that?
It's just the
size of the aircraft?
That and the calculation you need for density, altitude, the hot summer days that we have, air's less dense and so forth, and also these aircraft, the Azules, the Norwegians, the Condors and so forth, they're all wide-body aircraft, which I worked too close to it. A wide-body is a larger aircraft, 240 to 260 people, that go from here to Sao Paulo, here to London, Frankfurt, Germany, Copenhagen, all over the country that you see the expansions we're getting. And then you see the longer haul to the Caribbean, Central, South America, Mexico, with the 320 and 321, A320 and 321s that are going on the longer haul. And that's where they get the tremendous increase in international that the board and you have recognized that we really, really need to do something. And so in Terminal 4, not only have we opened up.
Well, I don't want to get to the terminals yet. Don't get ahead, because I want to talk about the south runway a little bit more. And last year we opened the south runway with this amazing inaugural flight that JetBlue
donated, and all the money from that went to United Way.
Yeah, it was a charitable event. It was a great opening. They
donated the aircraft, the pilot, and the fuel.
It was really, and it was their chief captain or whatever they call
chief pilot, and also his assistant. And
it was a really great event to open up.
And you were on it.
I was.
And you paid your $150 like everybody else did. My wife paid $150.
Because as I recall, when the plane landed, it was a pretty jarring landing, and most of the passengers on the plane were like, "Oh, But you said that was...
You broke the runway in, we put rubber on the runway.
So it's a tradition
and
of
we
some
said,
kind.
we want the runway marked with the first airplane.
And it was.
And Randy Forrester is the chief pilot's name, marked the runway. And he has in the corporate office a picture of him and the co-pilot standing on the runway pointing to the marks on the runway where they landed on.
And the project has received some recognition.
It's received a number of recognitions. The Airline Pilots Association as the project of the year and the way you should coordinate with and work with your users. Some engineering recognition from the FAA and the South chapter, the South region of the FAA recognized as the project of the year. We've had a number of others out there that we've been recognized as one of the top projects in the country with complexity over highway and built. It funny you think about it, the getting the EIS, the environmental impact statement done. Then we did the groundbreaking, and the irony of it that John Rochstrom was the chairperson and did the groundbreaking.
Right, who had opposed the runway for so many years. Right.
And we were all there, and then now, on time and under budget, the commission was able to get it done.
Well, we were all able to get it done. It really was a signature project here in Broward
and
County.
When you look at $800 million, it's a lot of money. One of the largest civil engineering projects in the country.
Well, everyone who sees
runways,
it says it's just it's the coolest thing. The tunnels now on Federal Highway, it's just an amazing project that came together.
And it works.
And it works. And it works. With that, we'll be right back. We're going to talk about the terminals when we get back.